Hey folks, Harley Day Rider here, back at you once again on the lovely, slightly dirty 2018 Road Glide Ultra. Your good old friend HDR is back out on the road today. Today is, believe it or not, December the 2nd, 2018. December the 2nd, 2018. The current temperature, if you can see that, is 61 degrees. 61 degrees out here, my friends. And I told Mrs. HDR I'm going to go down and get some fuel stabilizer. And she said, "What's that for?" I said, "So I can winterize the bike." She said, "Didn't you winterize the bike already, like several times?" And I said, "Yeah, I have." And I know a lot of you say, "Boy, HDR, you winterize that bike, you know, all the time." But in Pennsylvania, we don't know what's going to happen. That's our problem. So let's get out of this parking lot here. I just stopped to turn the camera on. But yeah, in Pennsylvania, we just don't know what's going to happen. They're saying now today this is supposed to be our last decent day, I guess, is what they're claiming. It is pretty nice out there. I just put the shield up and threw my sunglasses on, which I haven't rode with the shield up for quite some time. But anyway, the first thing I wanted to start off about, this has been bothering me a little bit, and I don't think it's you know, it's nothing to deal with trolls on your channel or anything. It's just a comment that was made, and sometimes I read these comments like, what the heck, you know. But anyway, if you remember in the last video, what's going on down here? Maybe hanging Christmas lights. If you remember my last video, I talked about going out and taking a little rip. Yeah, Sean Smoke says that all the time, going out and taking a little rip on the bike. And somebody said, you can't be taking a rip if you're only doing 40 miles an hour. That's not a rip. Now to me, a rip, what I've determined, or what I classify as a rip, is actually riding in peace. Hey buddy. That's my determination of a rip. Riding in peace. And but yeah, I was told you can't be taking a rip if you're going 40 mile an hour. I mean, so I don't know. What do you guys think? What is your definition, or what is the true definition of a rip? Taking a rip. Should I just say I'm taking a little stroll on the bike, a little cruise down the highways and byways, maybe? Alright, let's get out of here. Somebody else said, HDR, I would not ride that brand new bike in the wintertime with the crap on the roads, because you're going to rust that motorcycle out. Well, now here's the thought of that. You could be very true. Could be very, very true that maybe it would, or salt's going to ding up your paint. Yeah, maybe. But you know what? My wife buys a brand new car she gets a new car every 3 years. It's just a rotation that she's on. Not that she's rich or anything, but she gets a new car every 3 years. We normally get the car usually between July-October time frame. And in the wintertime, we don't park it and cover it up. I mean, she has to drive it to work. So anyway, as you've seen in one of my videos in the garage, I said I buy it to ride it, not to hide it. Alright? So with that said, I'm going to ride the motorcycle. Now what I'll do when I put it away today is I'll make sure the tank's refilled up. I'm going to put some new... Somebody told me to look for blue stabilizer, so I'm going to Walmart right now to look for some blue stabilizer and not use the seafoam that I used in the 2011. He said something about it. Somebody asked me, well, why wouldn't you use the seafoam? I said, well, this gentleman, and hey, you guys know a lot more mechanical stuff than me, but he says it can ruin the gaskets and the fuel lines in your bike. I mean, it can deteriorate them. So I don't know. I don't understand. I don't know if that's true or not, but that is what I was told. So I'm going to look for some blue. Little police action going on there. I'm going to look for some blue fuel stabilizer and see what I can find down here at Walmart. And then we'll take it back. I'm going to wash it up again because she did get dirty the last time I took her out. When I was out riding, I met up with my buddy Ray and went through a few little puddles on the road, and yep, she got dirty again. But then again, folks, I buy it to ride it. I don't want to harp on that, but I don't buy it. You know, I mean, if it's a beautiful day, it's 60 degrees. Mrs. HDR said, "You're riding, aren't you?" I said, "I'm going for a ride." On our road too, you had to be very, very careful because they did put down a lot of, not salt yet, but they put down a lot of sand and cinders, that kind of stuff. So you got to be really careful on our road coming down there, and it does help out. And I know a lot of you guys said HDR, the rain doesn't really, you know, break the salt down that fast or something to that effect, and I understand that, but as long as it washes the slippery, slidey off the road, you know, that's what I'm looking for. So, but you know, when I take the bike out in March, you know, early March or April, it's usually worse than it is right now because we have a whole winter worth of stuff on the roads. So yeah, you just got to be very, you know, cautious, I guess. Watch where you're putting your feet down intersections. They usually dump a lot of stuff at the intersections, so you know, you could slide, the bike could fall over. Anyway, but it is a joy to be out here today. Like I said in the beginning of the video there, December 2nd, 2018, one of our troops that watches this, thank you so much, and thank you for your service. He's serving in Iraq, and he put the comment on my videos. He said, "HDR, are you having your riding challenge this year?" And I had to look back at my videos. I'm like, riding challenge? What are you talking about? And the riding challenge we've had in the past is very simply, you know, what is the latest date I could ride my motorcycle? And 1 year, I rode at least 1 day every single month for a 12-month calendar year. Now that's saying something in Pennsylvania, but I was able to do that. So, and just because I got a new bike, would I not do it? I mean, why wouldn't I do it? I'm still going to do it. I mean, you know, I take care of my motorcycles, folks. I mean, I don't let them get all junked up. You guys know that. You know how much that 2011 was down in the shop, you know, getting wheel changes, getting stage 1 upgrades. I mean, I take care of my motorcycles. Because when you're on the road, they take care of you, right? So, but anyway, the only thing I don't like riding this bike right now about, and I can be honest with you, is that that clutch recall is out there. But I know guys that have 17s and 18s and they got 20-some thousand miles on them and they haven't got their clutch recall done yet. So, you know, who knows? Is that a reason to ride? No, absolutely not. And I called the garage and they didn't have any of the parts in yet. But again, this time of year, it's hard for us to really know if we're going to get the bike down there or not. It's hard to make an appointment and keep it. I could wake up tomorrow and there could be 3 feet of snow. I mean, it's quite possible. Taking the back roads down today. Alright. So anyway, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Did you get all your holiday shopping done yet? I got 0 done. Absolutely 0. I got nothing done yet. Mrs. HDR has been sending me pictures, and then she happened to see Mrs. Bodine's helmet when we went out riding together. And she, at that time, she had a sparkly, pretty Harley helmet. It's kind of pink. It has like studs on it, you know. And now Mrs. HDR is like, "Man, I really love that helmet. I want one of those pretty helmets." I'm like, "Oh man." And I say that because everybody knows when you go to the Harley dealer to buy a helmet, it's going to be, oh man, you're going to pay at least $100 more than what you'd pay anywhere else on the open market. But, you know, Mrs. HDR doesn't ask for much motorcycle stuff. I mean, I gave her a list of motorcycle stuff, folks. The upgrades on this bike, well, I don't think she'll buy everything, but she'll try. She'll do her best. And there's a lot of upgrades coming for the old girl here. Okay, the new girl. And can't wait to roll some of those upgrades. Some of them are just, you know, purely cosmetic. But yeah, so that's what's going to happen. There's going to be some stuff coming. I put pipes on there, but I don't think she's going to spend the $500 for my pipes. So, and that's okay. She's like, excuse me, Mr. HDR, why is these pipes on this list? I said, you just said to put everything I can think of. So I put that on there. I put a stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, and stage 4 upgrade on there for the bike. Well, whatever. But, you know, new head pipes, air cleaners, tuners. I said, that's all just in the future for this motorcycle, hon. I mean, she's like, why you got to put all that stuff on this bike? She said it runs perfectly well the way it is. She's right. This big old 107 Milwaukee 8 engine, man. They are definitely a dream to ride. I can tell you that. But I told her, you know, got to make it my own. So, alright everybody, I am going to cut out of here and mosey on down to the good old Walmart here, you know, the good old USA store. But yeah, let me know if you got your holiday shopping done, whatever holiday you shop for. And maybe even what you have for a feast. What do you have on Christmas or on your holiday you celebrate this time of year for a feast? You know, like Thanksgiving we had turkey and stuffing and cranberry sauce. I'd like to hear what you folks eat in your neck of the woods, or even if you're in some other country, I would definitely like to hear what you eat on the holidays. Thanks for visiting me here. Thanks for sharing my rides with me. Makes it a lot more fun when I have you riding along with me than just moseying by myself looking at things. But I will talk to you next time. Remember, ride your own ride. Be safe out there. And don't hide them, folks. Ride them. I know a lot of you, I talked to a lot of you already. My buddy D-Best1A, and he said he dropped all of his fluids already. So, you know, I guess that means you drained all your fluids out of the bike. And, you know, so I understand. I mean, that's a true winterization there, my friend. That's a really true winterization there. I just top the tank off, wash her up, dry her down real good, tender her, and cover her up. So, but I don't take all my fluids out. Alright, so take care everybody. I will talk to you next time. Harley Day Ride's going to be down and out in the lovely southwestern Pennsylvania. Bye-bye for now.